Shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to Rooted in Hebrew. My name is Mike. Today is Tuesday, the 24th of December, and we are talking about the times in which we are living, these dark times. You know what? Truthfully, we have always been living in dark times. No matter what point our forefathers and sisters came up to, it was always dark times, truthfully, because the times were not easy. Those times were not meant for us, period. It was not. I mean, due to disobedience, we had to be we had to go through some discipline, and that's what we went through. We went through those things. Nothing has been easy for us. It's always been more of a struggle than anything. Everything that we had to do, we had to work twice as hard or double. And that's what we have done. Just let me see something. Did I click on? Oh, I did it right. All right. And that's what I'm noticing. I'm hearing more and more brothers and sisters having more and more trying issues. That's what I'm hearing. And we sit down, we talk, trying to encourage one another to press on. At times, sometimes you got to sit back and laugh at a lot of stuff, because if you don't, you'll go crazy. You will literally start to, I ain't gonna say go crazy, but some people have had nervous breakdowns for what life threw to them. And that's what we are pretty much accustomed to. I mean, especially, when I say we're accustomed to, I'm talking about black people, because this world, they maintain a hatred. They maintain a hatred that, whatever reason, they just flat out did not like us. But we understood, well, once this awakening, we understood why, that they do not care for us, period. But they love to be entertained by you, though. Whatever entertainment that they're looking for that you can give out, they will love it. Basketball, movies, singing, dancing. Yes. They love the entertainment that we provide. I mean, hey, let's do it this way. What was the name of that movie? No, it was a singer, really. Whitney Houston. I did not know that. What was the name of it? It's a song that she sung, but there was another lady who sung it first, a country lady, Dolly Parton. I think this name of the song, I Will Always Love You. But Whitney came back and did that song. She blew it out the box. Truthfully, I thought that she was the original maker of the song, and if she was not, come to find out, there was a lot of songs that our people did, and it came on top of the original artist, and that has become, well, that has at times became the norm. Now, and one thing I'll say about black people, when it comes to another black, reproducing someone else's song, they better bring it. They best to bring it, especially if that song was, well, that type of song was the one that a lot of African Americans loved. And the thing about it is, if you say you're gonna remake one of those songs like that, now and the warning was, you better bring it. Because if you didn't bring it, oh no, they would talk about you like they would talk about you so bad. it won't make sense. You'd be wishing that you did not. Who's that girl name? Britney Spears. She did My Prerogative. I wish she would have left that alone. She should have left that alone. And then matter of fact, they remixed Bobby Brown, My Prerogative, to her song. That's what they did with his voice. They used his vocals in a remix. And yeah, I see why they did, because she wasn't gonna make no money. Not like that. Now you put Bobby in it, yeah, she'll get a few dollars. But the point of saying is this, brothers. No matter how this world thinks they can do or get by without us, they can't. No matter how much hate they have against us, they can't live without us. They cannot do it. Now they are about to, what's the word? They are about to embark on that journey all by themselves. That's what they're about to do. They're going to start to realize. Shalom, Brother Dave. They're going to realize who we are. They're going to look at their suffering. They're going to look at it. They're going to have to sit down and calculate their suffering. They're already putting it in some of their movies. Shalom, Brother Ricky. They're going to have to recognize. But now, when you want to talk about suffering, yeah, the world, or the United States, they're going to look at us. They're going, all right, yeah, y'all, you went through slavery and this. Excuse me. We went through this, we went through that, things of that nature. We're that poster child. If you want to, if they say a race of people that is accustomed to hard times, it's going to have our faces there. But now, the world is about to get their dose. They're about to get their dose. They're going to have to come to appreciate who we are. Whether they want to do this or not, it's going to happen. They're going to go through it. They're going to see the difference between us, the Hebrews, that has one creator. We worship one Elohim. This is what life is pushing us back to. We're going right back up under that umbrella to which our forefathers neglected. But we're going back to it now. Now the world, Revelations, they speak about they're going into captivity. Captivity. They're about to get out. They're about to feel what we went through. They want to talk. All right. You want to talk about projects? Yeah, y'all gonna have more. You're gonna have something way worse than a project. Way worse than a project. Scuffling for food. Having 2 and 3, maybe 4 baby daddies. All that stuff is being pushed on the nations right now. It's pushing on them. And when I say nation, I'm talking about any other person, any other people outside of us, Israel. That's what I'm talking about. So you're talking about the world. Indians, Arab, you name it. They're about to see it. The world is about to see the difference between us out of their system, completely out of their system, and being up under or back in covenant with the Most High. They're going to see that. They're going to see it. And when they start lingering on it, they're going to see this and see this and see that. Yeah. I mean, at least me, I'm just saying that here. I would not be surprised to see European lands, people that's in the Europe, in the lands of the Europeans, trying to take a raptor from where they're located at just to get into Africa. Yeah, we ain't never heard that before. No, you see the Africans leaving Africa to get into their land. No, it's going to be a reversal. It's going to be a reversal. They're going to see the divine protection of a people. They go see all of this. They want to witness this. This is what they're going to do. I was Jacobo posted a small clip. He posted a small clip. Let me just get the what was it called? Let me see. Let me see. What was it at? No. Hold on, just look at this. Flee out of Babylon, leave the land of the Babylonians. And he had the scripture, Jeremiah chapter 50. And I was drinking some tea in there. So let me go ahead and read this chapter anyway. And when I was going through it and I was reading it, and it was talking about the kings of the north. And then, as I'm reading it, I'm applying to what's going on in the States. Shalom. We got next. So I'm looking at all the stuff that's going on in the United States. All of that stuff. I'm talking about from drones, orbs, whatever you want to call them, spears, whatever. Hey, pick one. I don't know. And these opening up of portals. No, they got too much going on. But if you take out the time to read Jeremiah chapter 50, not say the whole chapter, the Most High he's not leaving anything to the imagination. And what's going to happen to the place? It's blatant. It's going to be in destitute. It's going to be overran by these nations that he's sending in. It said nations with an S. Excuse me. That's called come in and supersede them. And how their motherland is going to be like something that the scripture, like so many words, be embarrassed of the destructive powers and the aftermath of that country. And brothers, yeah, I can say now, but I do see what the brother's saying. You will leave, because it also stated that everyone will go back to his or her own land. Even the animals will be leaving. The Most High, he took into consideration the animals to let you brothers and sisters know this is how real it's about to get. That's what he's saying. That's just how real it's going to get. Come on, man. Yeah. Hold on. Matter of fact. But this is the thing that he's saying. The words that Yahuwah spoke concerning Babylon, concerning the land of the Chaldeans, through Jeremiah the prophet, declare it among the nations and proclaim it. Raise a signal and proclaim it. Do not hide anything. Say, Babylon has been captured. Baal has been put to shame. Merodach has become terrified. Her images has been put to shame. Her disgusting idols have become terrified. For the nations has come against her from the north. It makes her land an object of horror. No one is dwelling in her. Both man and beast have taken flight. They have gone away. Now that was just verses 1 through 3. Well, good night. Um, yeah, brother, this is just me. I mean, when brothers, some of these brothers say that that place is the promised land. Mm, well, I do not agree. I mean, you're hearing these things, what the Most High is saying in Jeremiah, and for us to sit here and go contrary to the scriptures, um, we're not walking in spirit and truth. I will believe, but just to read some of those scriptures, I tell you, and the Most High did, like I said, He did not leave anything to the imagination. When He's saying beast and man will be fleeing, because if you think about it, what when they was taking our forefathers from the land, hey, they was taking some animals too. Um, okra, when they was taking our sisters, back in that time, throwing them into slavery, they Shalom, Sister Van P. They those sisters hid okra seeds in their braids, and that's how that okra is not a native vegetable in the Americas. Our sisters took that. They took that. I tell you, it's something else. I tell you, it is absolutely something. Because truthfully, I I was just reading this today, and I'm looking at what's happening like in real time, and at the same time, I'm still asking myself, what's going on? What is actually going on? 'Cause one moment, you have the government saying they don't know where these drones come from. And now they're saying you shoot one of them, you can get persecuted. When a white guy, he got locked up and he gonna tell me he can't breathe. I mean, you got jokes. You know, yeah, whatever. But verse 4 went on to say, in those days and at that time, declares Yahuwah, the people of Israel and the people of Judah will come together. They will weep as they walk, and together they will seek Yahuwah, the Elohim. They will ask the way to Zion with their faces turned in that direction, saying, come, let us join ourselves to Yahuwah in an everlasting covenant that will not be forgotten. My people have become like a flock of lost sheep. Their own shepherd caused them to stray. They led them astray onto the mountain, roaming from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place. All those finding them have devoured them, and their enemies have said, we are not guilty for their, I'm sorry, hold on. We are not guilty because they sinned against Yahuwah, against the dwelling places of righteousness and the hope of their forefather, Yahuwah. Flee out of the midst of Babylon. Get out of the land of the Chaldeans and be like the leading animals before the flock. Oh, brothers, ain't nobody gonna tell me anything different. So this is the thing. Now, Now we've been warned about misleading the flock. Now misleading the flock, it comes with a very heavy penalty. When you come up and I know there's some brothers out there saying there's no such thing as no second Exodus. Um, it is. There's a second Exodus because we're in captivity. We are in captivity, period. But when the Most High says He's going to get His people and put them back in their land, you got to be somewhere else outside of your original space. Let's call it you're exiting. You're exiting another land to go to another land of your birth. So now, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth about the wording of the second Exodus. No, it's just not advantageous. That is absolutely like a waste of time to me. We do know that the scripture just said that every man would be going back to his or her own place. That's what the scripture says. So now, but the Most High said He's going to gather His people. And outside of Him gathering His people, everybody else goes. It's time to break camp. This place is done for. And however the United States is going to be looking, it's going to be horrific to the world. It's going to look horrific that they were like shaking their head. What was it? Revelation said, she has fallen. She has fallen. Then He came down and said, too bad, you great city. Yeah. We're I will say this. If you're following a whole lot of news and people got their own opinion about who's winning, who's making a mistake, and the thing they call a war, I wouldn't even worry about that. That right there is not even a concern to me. The Most High has already told us who is going to succeed, who is going to give that damaging blow, and it's going to be from the king out of the north. But then He said, I'm going to raise these nations. It's just not one nation. It's some other nation that He is a part of that's going to get down with Him. I don't care if this nation is losing. They can be losing today, and then that's what the news is going to say. Oh, they lost this here, they lost that there. The Most High is not going to be made to be a liar. Off the top, He's not going to be made to be a liar. That's one thing He's not going to be made of. He says there's going to be a king in the north. Trust and believe there's going to be a king from the north and some nations with him. That's scripture. That scripture has not been fulfilled. It is not. You still got animals in the United States. You do. Their residue on a global scale. The moment the head of that serpent is crushed, any residue of that nation is automatically dead. Off the top, it's dead. There's no coming back from that. There is no coming back from that. This is why I would say these times in which we're living, because I mean, I do not put nothing past the system, and especially when it comes to saves, because what if I'm right here minding my business and I'm seeing a half man and a half horse? I hope and pray that it does not just throw me down to the ground, and we know I'm sheer shock. I would not be surprised to see some things like that. Because now, and then truthfully, I would not be surprised to see some 10-foot people around here walking around. I would not be surprised when they first brought out what was that? I forgot what that sheep they named. But when they cloned that sheep, I thought that was brand new. I said these people can sit here and clone a sheep. So now, also in my mind, if they clone a sheep, and they're claiming that they got some blood from some of these prehistoric dinosaurs, what's stopping them from creating one of those animals? Huh? What's gonna stop them? And they're doing it in their own deep laboratories or some little laboratory under the ground. You know, like we seen in the movie, they cloned Tyrone. Why is everything underground, brothers and sisters? Even when the nations start to run in fear of their life, where do you think the scriptures tell you where they run to? They ask the mountains to fall over us. They run it underground, to their original place of habitation, underground. Now, you think if they are white now, you ain't let them stay underground for a longer period of time. They're gonna look like they bleached, like they went down underground and just got bleached. And if they see the sun, oh, that's good, man, please. They ain't gonna be able to take that sun. But this is the world we are living in. They pushing out this stuff. They pushing out these narratives. And it's going to be a beautiful time, brothers and sisters. Yes, it's going to be dark times at the same time. It's going to be dark. We can't get around that. But we got to get to the dark times in order for us to see the light. We will have to get to those. It's going to have to happen. It's going to have to happen. We're going to have to get to those dark times and get through it at the same time. That's what we're going to have to do. We're going to need to do. This, what they're pushing out is to just keep the world just blind. And I mean, as they really are fighting. Brothers, they are fighting to exterminate us. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. They're fighting to exterminate us. Period. That's what's happening. The hate is here. The hate is getting stronger. It's getting stronger. And it's starting to express it. Oh, man. The internet, YouTube, and all these other media channels, they are voicing their frustration. I was just looking at one, this lady, they had a body. I'm quite sure they filled it with hay and all that stuff. And it was this Gentile lady talking about if any immigrant steals or assault, something else she said, any American, she had a gun in here. She went behind this little dummy and shot the back, shot it in the so-called head, and the head, boom. And she was adamant about it. You know how many? Do you know when you post a video out there? Do you know, brothers and sisters? There's a lot of people that share her mentality. There's a lot of people out there that shares her line of thought. That's what's out there. One Gentile guy, he was so upset at our people. We were stating that, boy, we ain't gotta state nothing. History told who built the United States. And this guy, he was so upset. Y'all ain't build so and so, so and so. You know, you think Go back to Africa and build up there. You let those people get there, you know, if they so gun-ho about us going to Africa, open up your wallet. Open up your wallet and see how much a strong desire do they have. Because they very well, not the ignorant Gentile. They know. The ones they know, no, we can't send them to Africa. We send them to Africa. If they took out all my brothers and sisters from that place, let's just say they did that. Do your brothers and sisters understand if you was not there? Matter of fact, truthfully, it's by your grace that they are living off of. Shalom, Sister Monica. It's by your grace that they are living off of. Because they know the moment you are gone, they are done for. They are done for. Now, for them to be talking about going underground and everything, truthfully, let me tell you something. They can go down underground. You got the Andreas fault line. You have the Mandrick fault line. Let those fault lines open up. They down there. Lava started to come. They hemmed up. They're going to be cooking like fried chicken. That's what's going to happen. No. This here, this prophecy, this one here, Jeremiah chapter 50, no, and has not been fulfilled. We're at the threshold of it. Yes, we are most definitely at the threshold. Shalom, Sister Patricia. We are most definitely at that threshold. Now it would appear it's like there's a waiting expectation that we are anticipating. Because brothers and sisters, no matter how you look at it, some nonsense is going to have to get popped off. It's going to have to. It's going to have to get popped off. They very well know that your awakening is the one that has brought all of this stuff about. They was talking about fighting 7 countries over there in the Middle East back in for years. Now they're just coming up to it. They are just coming up to it. Shalom, Sister Linda Cross. They're just coming up to it. And it seems now since Syria has taken a blow, seems like Iran is the only one that's left. Iran is the only one that's left. Brothers and sisters, listen to me. When I say that you're talking about some hate, there's a lot of hate. There's a lot of hatred out there for the West now. I mean, in the way the dollar is moving, they're showing themselves. They're letting it be known what they think about this supposedly, or once was thought of as a powerhouse. Brothers, something is about to pop off. They're around here saying they're looking for these nuclear warheads. If that's what it's going to take, so be it. And just hope and pray that you brothers and sisters are nowhere in the vicinity of either one. Because I don't trust this system. I do not. Not one red cent. I seriously believe that they will use that country as a guinea pig and say, hey, they so and so, so, and know good and well they're the one who did it. When I was telling you, brothers, and I just seen something else about Germany. Now, this movie, The Sum of All Fears, Germany was the one who wanted the United States and Russia to go at it. Yeah, that's what it was in the movie. But you know, the United States gotta always end up being that superhero that ends up on top. And then they found out that hey, Germany was the one who was responsible for that bomb, and it's the guy who sold them bomb to them and things. So they, you know, they went on a deletion campaign. But this campaign is that's a reality. Mm-mm. We're on a whole different plateau, a whole different one. These brothers putting this information out, they seeing things. I don't like I said, you go for one. It was like a short film. I don't. It's short, extremely short, but it's powerful because it's going to happen. Where you got to be warned. You got to be warned. If he didn't warn you, he go you call you can't tell you anyone. They're going to have to give an answer to the Most High as to why you didn't warn your brothers and sisters. They're going to have to do that. So hey, it is a must that whatever's on his mind, he needs to speak it. And he's been speaking it. He's been speaking it. Not to sit up here and just to top you brothers and sisters' time. No, I know a lot of you brothers and sisters are going through some things. It's in the air. But things are about to turn for the best for us. They are. We just have to continue to endure these dark times. We must fight, pray, fast during these difficult times. When things are difficult, when Yahushua, let me just say it this way. When Yahushua was led by the Spirit into the wilderness, he was in that wilderness for 40 days. Listen to me when I say 40 days and 40 nights. He was in the wilderness for 40 days and 40 nights. To be what? To be tested by Ashatan. Why did he fast? Why did Yahushua fast for all of that time? Why did he do that? Evidently, he did not want to take the devil for granted. He knew he is in a fleshly form, that this is what he's going to do. He set the example for us, brothers and sisters. That's what he did. He said, follow my footsteps. We're being warned that we are about to go through some dark times. Brothers and sisters, what he's saying? Fast and pray. Jacob already said that for the 25th through 31st. I get it. But brothers, truthfully, fasting should be part of our routine now. Because we're understanding more and more about these last days. We're understanding them a whole lot more. So now, if we continue to eat the food that we eat while we're going through some dark times, that may be the thing that works against you. If you want to talk about clarity, fast. You don't have all of that, those chemicals in your blood when you're fasting. You make sound decisions when you fast. Now, when Yahushua was, going through his trials with the devil, he felt hungry. The devil used his hunger, or tried to use his hunger against him. He said, well, now he must have put that. But he tried to, I forgot what he said about when he came to the home. He said, no, that man must not live just on food, but on the utterance of the Most High. That is our bread. That is our life. Got it. Then he asked, and Hashatan, he spared no disrespect at all when he told Yahusha, I will give you all of this stuff on this planet Earth. If you fall down and do an act of worship. Now he went, he had Yahusha, he got his attention. And Yahusha, he was like, get away from me. There's only one Elohim that he served, period. That was it. From that, he gave that word, his authority, brothers. He said, get away from me, Satan. When he said, get away from me, he got to go. He's in obedience to Yahusha. He is also in obedience to you, Israel. Ask him to leave, rebuke him, and let him leave. I mean, you don't rebuke him and you rebuke the devil, and then you turn on the TV and watch Chucky and all that stuff. Now you just brought the devil right back. He may come back a whole lot harder on you. But when we speak of rebuking the devil, brothers and sisters, we got to live up to that. We can't be just sitting around absolutely saying, I rebuke that in the name of so-and-so, so-and-so. You can do it that way too, but you can't sit right here and then go sit down at the table of demons. You can't, no. It don't work that way. It does not work that way. When you want to leave the devil, you want to leave the devil. You want him out of your surroundings. Period. All right, hold on. Let me do this. Let me see. I'll try to bring this sister. And yesterday, brothers, I was trying my best to bring Sister Amana in, and I didn't even realize I was not on StreamYard. I went straight to the YouTube platform, and I'm like, man, where's this thing at? Hold on, just for a moment. Let me copy this. I'm gonna bring Sister Amana in. Okay. So we'll wait for her to come on. I just sent her the link, and that's Sister Waters. It's a sister I was speaking with. We were having a conversation with Saturday, and it seems like she's able to come on. And so we just wait for her to come on and we get it started again. But these things that we're in Satan's system, brothers, this is a battle. And I'm gonna tell you something about this battle. You may lose your wife, you may lose your husband, your mother, your father, and I'm not talking about in death. They may start looking beside your head as if you done lost your everlasting mind. It's gonna come down hard on some of you brothers and sisters. They go they gonna call and talk about you until you till you never blue in the face. But Yahusha has already said that they was going to do those things. So we should not be. Well, I ain't gonna say we shouldn't be, because it is, because you was raised up with these people. You came up in the same religion, but you may be the only one that was woke, and you start looking at the scriptures for what they are. Uh-uh. They have not been awakened. They're not going to appreciate something like you appreciated it. And with that, yeah, they're going to talk bad about you. And you may run on some hard times. Uh-uh. They're not going to help you. They will not help you. And it may become troubling to you. And here it is, your family has turned a great deal of hatred towards you. And those are the only people you have ever known. But Yahushua has told us, he told us that, hey, these things are going to happen. And all we have to do is take the awakening, that is, and out of the book of Jeremiah, and apply it, to Yahushua's words. Shalom, Sister Hazel Eugene, wonder love of the world. Shalom, sis. Glad to have you in. And so, I mean, if we take this, brothers and sisters, where Yahushua was, he forewarned us about it. But at that time, we was all in churches, and we felt that we was straight. We felt that we was cool. If I die, I'm going to heaven. I'm going to be with Jesus. But when we woke up, hold on, yeah, it's totally different now. Yes. Oh no. We should get that text. Hold on, just for a moment. Oh, I don't know, Sister Amana. I sent you the link. Yeah. I don't see that she's checked off on the link, but I sent you the link through WhatsApp. Yes, but brothers and sisters, this is that time. Ooh, we're about to start throwing blows, and there's going to be a lot of tears that's going to be shed. There's going to be a lot of tears. You may see your kids, although they may be grown, may not want no share of what you're talking about. Brother, I'm just saying, I'm not going to say it's going to happen, and I'm not going to say it's not going to happen. That person that you truly love may be that person that will come and hurt you to the core. To the core. Now you have to ask yourself, are you going to be like Abraham? When the Most High told him, I'm going to sacrifice Isaac, because the Most High knew he loved him. He knew that he loved him. But truthfully, brothers and sisters, that remains to be seen. But at the same time, that's something that should be pondering in our heads back and forth. How will you react? Will you love them so much that you deny yourself your relationship with the Most High? Because that's what it's going to boil down to being. That's what it's going to boil down to being. I mean, so I understand, Sister Hazel. How many people in your family, Sister Hazel, are woke that you know of? and with me, I think, well, it's just me, just one, just one. But I'm quite sure there's going to be a whole lot of brothers and sisters saying the same thing. Oh, it's only like one, or it's two, maybe a husband and wife, and things of that nature. But for the vast majority, it's not a whole lot. It's not a whole lot. Many are called, few are chosen. That's one reality that that we must face. One. That's why I kind of figured on it. Yeah, one will be the average. Now, if you got two and three, you did quite well. Now, don't get me wrong, brothers and sisters. I do know this brother out of Chicago. The grandfather knew exactly who he was. And what do you think he did? He brought up all his kids up under the Hebrew laws. All of them. They grown now. I mean, they're in their like 50s and they got kids. And so they did the same thing. But that's not the norm for us. When I say the norm, I'm talking us as the so-called black people. But this brother, he knew who we were um, years ago. And he kept his family within that parameter of the laws. Yes. And the brother was explaining to me. And I said, wow, man. He's like, yeah, my grandfather, he didn't play with that. Mm-hmm. And yeah, mm-hmm. It's going to be that way. Um, it's that love, brothers. It's going to be that love that's going to it's going to be that love that's going to test us. And that one you love the most is that one that's going to test us. Not saying that he go that's the one that's really truly coming out and attacking your heart. All that stuff could be uh, conspired by the devil. Because what I look at it, brother, is this way. This is just my take on it. I try not to worry about it. And when I say either you want to trust the Most High or you're not. If you go say, you know what, I'm gonna leave my family in the Most High's hand. He is a loving Elohim, and if you go trust in that, hold on to that because your faith just might save your entire family. That's scriptural. See, that's the thing. Now, if you go in there and like, no, 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 I can't let my family go down like this, and you denounce who you are, you and your whole family can go down. Let's not be naive, brothers and sisters. You know, and don't think that I'm coming off, what's the word? So rough. What you may see may not be the reality of what you're seeing. And I'm saying that for this reason. And I hope that it never happens to no one. You may witness a terrible accident of a loved one. I'm talking you literally seeing it. And it can and it, I mean, it's graphic. You seeing things you didn't think a human body can be ripped up like that. Brothers and sisters, and let's just say hypothetically speaking, you see this, and that loved one who you truly love, let's just say, fell asleep in death. Hurt you to your heart. Thank you, sister. Thank you, Sister Yvonne. Hurt you to your heart. You seeing this stuff, you breaking down. That's a part of you, your heart. The Most High wants you to have that type of love that you have for your family members or child or whatever. He wants you to direct that to Him because He is your child's or your family member's life. Look at it like that, brothers and sisters. Look at it like that. Look at that. His life, your loved one's life, is in the Most High's hand. And the Most High is asking you, all I need for you to do is to trust me. I got them. Yeah, it do look horrific. It does. I wanted you to see this horrific situation. What makes you think I cannot straighten this out? You trust me. That's all the Most High is saying. Yahushua said it. Those that love father, mother, brother, sister more than me is not worthy of me. Understand that, brothers and sisters, because it's that love, it's that life comes from the Most High. So how in the world you go love someone that deeply and you loving the wrong person that deeply? The person you should be loving the most is the Most High, off the top, because He is the source of life. We have to understand that. Yeah, we want to see some things. And unfortunately, we may see some of our loved ones fall asleep in death. Oh, but there is a there is a there is a fix of that. It's called the resurrection. You may have been hurt for a moment, but with that resurrection of that loved one that you may have witnessed falling asleep in death, but due to the fact of your love for the Most High, He raised them back up. That is in the resurrection. Now, all of that hurt that you have felt ain't gonna mean diddly squat to the love and tearful love of seeing your loved ones again, where you can hold them, talk with them, hug them, cry with them. This is the beauty of that resurrection because you trusted more so in the Elohim of life. This is what this is about. Don't love too hard over here. Love very exceedingly strong with the Elohim who is life. Respect Him, obey Him. This is where your life and the life of your loved ones come from. You got to maintain that. You come in, let's just say a guy come in and say, "Hey, denounce your Elohim, denounce your Creator, or I'm gonna delete this child." I know it sounds graphic, but brothers and sisters, like I said, I do not put nothing past this system, and it may come up. This is Satan's system. You don't have no love for your beautiful child, and especially that child is of Israel. Please. And he's doing it just to test you, the grown person, the one who knows the severity of going against the true Elohim. What are you going to do? How are you going to proceed with that? Put yourselves in that position, brothers and sisters, mentally, and work out your salvation. Work out your salvation, your obedience, by putting those mental things in place. Loving the Most High first and foremost, and with a strength. And with a strength that the devil knows he cannot touch. because you're gonna know. And you may touch my child. You may kill him, but you can't destroy him. That's different. There's a difference between killing and destroying. No, there's only one person that can destroy. That's the Most High. He was, and there are some individuals that will be out there that will like, they will come, they will cease to exist. Satan is one of them. The day is going to come when he will cease to exist. Period. Babylon will cease to exist. Seems like that day is that like tomorrow. I mean, ain't no telling about the system. But this system, brothers and sisters, in our love for the Most High, we will have to really start making a hardcore decision of ripping off Babylon residue off. We got to rip it off. We're going to have to rip it off. We have an Elohim who is full of love, and he wants you to love him first and foremost. Everybody else falls in line. If you are like with Sister Hazel, she said she's the only one in her family that's woke. All right, hold on. Let's just say she got like 10 or 12 siblings. And she may have loved her brothers and sisters. I mean, deep-seated love. But once she came into the awakening, and she found out who the Most High is, and she started to go, I gotta reevaluate my love for my family, because it's going to conflict with the Most High. I don't trust and believe. Yeah, she gonna be put to the test. Yeah, she's going to be put to the test, just like any one of us. Shalom, Sister Cynthia. She's going to be put to the test. Hang it up. Hang it up. It's going to happen. And that hate that may come from her 10 or 12 siblings, it can never cut her to the heart. It can never bring in depression. But she's fighting for the love of the Most High. Many are called, few are chosen. Understand that. Understand that, brothers. Many are called, few are chosen. And it's going to be that division of love. That's what it's going to be. Now, don't get me wrong, brothers and sisters. The scriptures do say love your brothers and things of that nature. But there is a love that goes to the Most High that's unconditional. Period. You know where the source of life comes from. Life and love, truthfully. The Most High is saying, if you want to look at it like a stone, have this one stone, but you can conquer so many with this one stone of you believing and loving in me. Look, you have your father who may have fell asleep in death. I'm the one who can raise him up because you love me so much. Did not what was that? King Solomon. King Solomon. Oh yes, he got to be. He got to be everything. Because that everything, Sister Hazel, that everything, it saved your life, your son's life, and your sibling's life. Because he's going to, this woman loves me. Oh, this woman loves me. This woman, she really loves me. And the Most High, he shows up. He shows up to, you be like, oh, the Most High just keep on blessing me. The Most High keep on blessing because of that love. Many are called, only few are chosen. It is what we decide to do with that love that is embedded in us. And that love could be that love can be you yourself. You may like, I just love me some me. You might have to check yourself too. It's always gonna be something about love, but this love that the devil has pushed out is a selfish love. Shalom, Sister Theola. That's that love he pushed out. A selfish. What? Did not the devil go up against the Most High because he wants to be in his position? Yes. It was a selfish love that he pushed out. And that selfish love is in the air right down to this very day. And the Most High said, hey, don't fall for the selfish love. That selfish love, I am the one who can give you life. 1 John 4:8, I am love. The devil is a trip. He owns nonsense. He is trying to mislead you. This is where we at, brothers. This is where we at. He's out there to mislead us. Let's not get a misunderstanding about that. He has been working hard to remove us from the love of the Most High. And he's trying to use our family, friends against us. That's all he's doing. And it just may be you individuals on this line in the chat that save your entire family. And don't sit there and don't be right here thinking that oh, that ain't gonna happen. Let's not cut off the Most High's hands. There was an evildoer. There's two of them, one on the right, one on the left of Yahusha. The one on the left kept making fun of Yahusha. The one on the right told him to leave him alone. But what this man did, he's not guilty of anything. You know, and that's how he reprimanded the man on the left. Now, mind you now, the man on the right was a thief. He let it be known he was a thief. Why? He said, what's going on with us? We're deserving of it. We are deserving of what judgment fall upon. But him, he's innocent. And so whatever this man on the left was talking about, he could have kicked rocks with him. Because the one on the right, he said this. Yahusha, remember me in your kingdom. And he said, you will be with me in my kingdom. He had a personal invitation right then and there. Although he probably was suffering on that stake, torture stake, or whatever you want to call it, he was suffering away until he fell asleep in death. But he had gotten a golden opportunity for the resurrection. It ain't no if he's going to be resurrected. It's when he will be resurrected. That's what Yahusha gave him. Open up the doors. Done deal. The same thing can happen for you, brothers and sisters. But we have to guide our love in the right direction. With all of this dark times, we got to aim it in the right direction. The devil, he just wants you, he wants you conflicted, conscrewed, and whatever way he possibly can get it. You know, the devil, he's pushing his agenda, brothers. Shalom, Sister Pixie. He's pushing his agenda. And it is one that is absolute flesh and absolute of love of oneself. Now, you think I'm joking about that oneself? Hold on. You think hold on for a minute, Sister Amon. I'm gonna bring you in a minute. If you think that selfishness, no, he been pushing that for a long time. And if you think I'm joking, brothers and sisters, about it, when people, loving oneself, go on to TikTok and Facebook and everything. They're always taking a picture of themselves. Loving oneself is a part of the last days, brothers and sisters. That's something that is demonically brought to the world by Satan himself. He's built on beauty because going to the scripture, the scriptures clearly tell you, that Hasatan was one of the most beautiful angels, and he took his love for himself, and he misled a third of the angels. That's what he did. That's exactly what he did. Shalom, Sister Amana, Sister Waters, how you doing?
Shalom, how are you?
I can't complain. I cannot complain.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear you. You gotta excuse me because sometimes I look at the TV. So yeah, brother, we have Sister Waters back on today, and this is Sister fun that we were speaking with Saturday. I don't know if you remember your spot where you was talking about Sister Waters, but you can truthfully, and for you brothers and sisters, just to recap, Sister Amanda, what part of you in Zambia? Yeah, Zambia.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and so she was speaking about Zambia, and I know some of you brothers and sisters had some questions. I don't know if you're going to remember them, but I tell you what, Sister Waters, you can go ahead and finish up. Continue from where you left off at. I'm gonna mute myself though.
Okay. Again, I'm sorry. I always have to give the introduction. All praises to the Most High, and just want to give honor to my husband who's absent again because he doesn't like to get on these things. And just again, I appreciate you for giving me the opportunity to share on your platform. I don't know if I should do a brief synopsis again. Briefly. Okay, so my name is Amana Waters. We've been traveling and living in Africa since 2010. I have 10 children. We've traveled with 9 of them. We've lived in 6 different countries. Right now, we're in Zambia. Out of all the countries that I've lived in, Zambia is the better one just because they have a lot of what the other countries are missing. I call Zambia mini South Africa. It's like South Africa, but without all of the violence and without the crime. And yes, and again, I've been looking at Zambia since 2016. That's when I learned about how cheap the land was and learned a little bit about it, but I just didn't come until 2 months ago. As far as what I do real estate acquisitions. I'm a licensed real estate agent in Egypt. I actually sell properties in Egypt. I also do medical tourism. So for anyone that's interested in like you want to transfer assets, or even if you want to buy property on the continent, but you don't know how, I sell real estate in Egypt. Egypt is one of the easiest markets that you can buy real estate in. There's no credit check, there's nothing, and they allow you to finance the properties. There are several different types of properties that you can buy in Egypt, from villas to apartments to duplexes to villas, and it's generally anywhere from 0 down to 10% down. There's no credit check, there's nothing. So for instance, if you get into a property that's 0 down, the only thing you have to do is just sign the paperwork and make your monthly payments. That's it. No credit check. It's a fixed interest rate from 7 to 10 years, depending on the property that you get. Also, Egypt has something called a golden visa, where if you either outrightly buy or you finance $250,000 worth of property, you automatically get a golden visa and you become a citizen of Egypt. I also do medical tourism to Egypt. So, and it's not just about vanity and different things like that. Like if you have to get surgeries, corrective surgeries, and different things like that, you can get a lot done in Egypt. My husband laughs at me, but I always tell people, like, I have veneers. I got my veneers done in Egypt for about $600 to $700, and I have a lifetime warranty on them. Egypt is really good with. No, I got 50 kids. No. Wow. Egyptian doctors, actually, they're amazing. Egyptian doctors, they're amazing. So I do tours where I take people back to Egypt to get procedures done. It could even be you need to go have a baby because you don't trust the doctors in America. I do that as well. I have a trip coming up next month with somebody from Hollywood who I met in Tanzania, and she's going to get dental work as well as 2 procedures for plastic surgery. And as far as stuff like that, I set up everything. The only thing you have to do is say when you want to leave and have everything situated. I set up consultations with the doctors. I get your plane tickets. I set up your accommodations. I take you to the doctor. I also handle the recovery with the drainages and everything else. I handle. One of the main things that I tell people about coming to Africa, and people don't believe me, I always have to show them. Remember, like, okay, we had 10 children, but we have 9 living. I have never spent more than $300 per person to come to Africa. We've never spent, like, again, more than $300. We're not spending 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, no, thousands. We spend $300. That's it. The cheapest ticket I've ever gotten to come here is $200 and something, and that was going to Israel. So that's kind of a brief synopsis. Do you have any questions? It's like today, I'm so afraid of the internet going out like it did the other time that I'm kind of rushing through.
Yeah.
I guess I can talk about the project.
I'm sorry, say it again.
Right now, no, I said I guess I can talk about the project right now. We've been in the studio and we're working on what we call the Jeremiah 31 project. And it's songs that the Most High literally gave me. I know it may sound cliche-ish, but the Most High gave me songs in my sleep. And I wake up and I write them. He usually gives me like a few words or 1 or 2 stanzas. And then after that, I wait for the rest of the words. And these particular songs, I got them all back to back in over a month's time in 2019. And about 3 weeks ago, it was storming and it was quiet besides the storm. So it was just me and the Most High. He gave me the rest of the words. I wrote 3 or 4 songs in one day. And so the people in Zambia at the studio, every time they hear these songs, everyone is like everyone is gathering and coming around, because explaining these songs is becoming a ministry in itself. It's like Bible study, because we're explaining to them why we're saying the name, why we're saying the particular names that we're saying, why we're saying things like Yasharal and who is Jacob, and different things. Who is Yahuwah? Who is Yahusha? Teaching the words like Ruach, Hakadash, different things like that. And so what's happening is the songs haven't even been released, but it's a lot of publicity around these songs already. I've had some top artists come in and listen to the studio. And listen in the studio to the songs. I think that they're going to be really big here. So
You know,
that's
let
a
me ask
brief
you
synopsis.
something. They're asking for your contact information. You want to, yeah,
Can I
the
type
brothers and
it
sisters.
here?
Yeah, you can type. Yeah, can you?
I don't know. Well, I can give it to you guys. It's Amana Works Inc.
You know, I tell you
So it's
what, do me this favor. Type it into the chat. On the text on the chat. Can you type it in that?
Okay, I'm not logged in this time like I was the other day. Let me try to type it here.
Or you know what? You can send it to me in WhatsApp. I can copy it and I can put it that way.
How about right there? Also, you can contact me by email or you can contact me by WhatsApp. We have been helping people to relocate to Africa for over 14 years, and I've never charged a consultation. Most of the work that we do, we haven't been charging people. We just trying to help our people get here and get situated. Because like I said last time, we realized a long time ago, way back in 2010, that we did not want to drink the struggle juice. We were a young family and we had a lot of children. And America does not make it conducive for you to have a large family and be able to sustain yourself. And what I said before is, I mean, I'm college educated, but the way my husband runs our house is he wants to be able to cover every bill. And so if he can't cover the bills comfortably, it doesn't matter what I make. If he can't cover the bills comfortably, then it's not working. And I respect that and I honor that. And so we just a long time ago we decided no. Also, another thing is if you need help with homeschooling or anything like that, we've been homeschooling for like 17 years now. We have 5 children that we've graduated from homeschool, and so we have 4 more to go. My 19-year-old daughter is actually about to start attending the University of Lusaka as well. She starts next month. And so it's even possible for our children to come here and go to school. No, they don't take financial aid or anything like that, but the cost is significantly different. Even though they don't take financial aid, there are ways I can help you around that. Like if you have questions about different things, there are ways that I can help you to get around things. People have questions like, how do I get a passport? If I owe child support, there's a way. And sometimes that may rub some people wrong that I would help people that owe child support, but every situation is different. We don't know what happened in that situation. So let's not be judgmental about things. But I can say, like, if you owe less than $4,000 in child support, then there is a way that you can get your passport. If you are a one-parent household and you need the other parent's signature and they aren't cooperative, there's a way that you can get your child's passport. So, like, I generally help people with obtaining passports. I help with international real estate acquisition. I help with the relocation services. I have relocation services for 7 countries. I'm sorry, for 6 countries. All
That was always in the details. Hold on. Yeah, just buffering. Woo, I tell you the truth. Well, we're gonna hope that you know. She fell off, so I'm quite sure she's gonna come back on. But let me look at something real quick on this private chat. You know what, brothers and sisters? You know what? I tell you what I'm gonna do. I know what it is. I know what I'm gonna do. Hold on. Come on. And where is it at? Let me do it again. But let me take some stuff out of here because this is not all included in it. I'm gonna resend. That's one. This is her contact information here. I don't know why I got this StreamYard on. There you go. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. Here she is. Let me put it back in the stage. There you go, sis. I'm sorry about that.
Like, not today. We're not doing this today.
I got you. But go ahead, sis. And now, if anyone of you brothers and sisters have a question, go ahead and type your question up in the chat, and we go ahead and post your question. Go ahead, Sister Waters.
I think I left off with saying about the relocation for the 6 different countries. So I have workers in 6 different countries on the eastern side of Africa that can help you to relocate there. I even help people as far as, like, for instance, you want to come here, but you don't know how you're going to sustain. I have different countries that you can go to that I can help you to get employment. And I'm not talking about employment making local currency. I'm talking about employment making American dollars. And so, whenever you're in that position over here, you're in a better position. So I have contacts to help you do that as well. I think about the scripture, but I always push Egypt because there is so much opportunity in Egypt. Most of the time that we've been overseas, we've actually spent most of that time in Egypt. The only reason, and yeah, I'm sorry, I'm country and I'm transparent. The only reason we don't stay in Egypt is because we need to see more of us.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why we don't stay in Egypt, because otherwise Egypt would be our perfect place because it's just set up with everything that we need. But yeah. And even like with the jobs I'm talking about, it doesn't matter what skill you have. Tell me what you have. Tell me what you can do, and I can help you out.
So what I'm gonna do, sis, I'm not gonna post your number. I'm gonna let them get in contact with you by your email account.
You froze. I don't know if
I'm freezing again. You hear me now?
Oh, that's for WhatsApp.
You want them to call you? You want them to contact you on WhatsApp? The devil is always in the details. See, when you start getting information, brothers and sisters, this is what happens. This is what happened. You know, she said I'm freezing. I hope, it is. Sister Water, you hear me?
Yes, sir. No, I was saying that number is WhatsApp.
Do you want me to post that number?
Well, I mean, it's WhatsApp, so that's fine.
All right, and then you brothers and sisters, if you want to get in contact with her, you have our email. And now, hold on. Oh yeah, hold on. And there you go. So, but I'm gonna put your, wait a minute. Hold on. I was looking at your, all right. But I'm gonna keep this one up here more so. All right, you know what? That's a contact information. Sister Patricia, she said, do you know anything about Ghana?
No. It's funny. We had plans on going to Ghana back in 2020, and then COVID happened. We were actually in Egypt when COVID happened. And yeah, we were about to go, and then the whole world shut down. But Most High, yeah, he orders our steps. So no, I have no information about Ghana. None. I've never been. It's crazy because we've always operated just on this side of Africa. We've never gone to the western side. So
yeah, I think majority of 2019, the year of return, it started off with the West, but I think we kind of gradually, and it was kind of quick, truthfully, but everybody started going towards more so the East Africa. Sister Pixie Dust is asking, but what about Liberia?
Nothing on the West. Just all on the side. Yeah, nothing on the West. However, I know someone in Ghana. Like if you want more of a personal touch versus like contacting someone from YouTube, well, I guess I'm qualifying as somebody from YouTube, but I can get you in touch with a sister that I know personally who moved to Ghana about 5 months ago. So if you want to speak with someone in Ghana, I can arrange that. But as far as me personally, I don't know anything about Ghana. So yeah.
So now, how long did you stay? How long did you all stay in Dar?
The first time we stayed 2 years, like 2.5 years, and the second time we stayed for like 6 months.
Okay. So what was the pro? I'm sorry. Go ahead, sis.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What was the pro and con about Dar for you and your family? What was the pros and what was the cons?
Dar, we absolutely love the fresh fruit. I mean, the fresh food, the friendliness of the people, the ocean. It's a beautiful place. What I do not like about Dar is, to me, it's like a hamster running on a wheel. When I say that, this is what I mean. It is almost impossible to find a way to settle in Dar unless you have a lot of money.
Yeah.
And for us, we want something that's long term, because even if you get the visa, it has to be through your business. And then once you do that, you have to recertify every 2 years. And I'm not here to be negative. The one thing that my husband stresses is be honest with people, because you have people moving their whole entire families, uprooting everything in their life. Like, you're uprooting everything and you're going and people telling you half the story. That's not right. That's not of the Most High. Allow people to decide themselves, but you have to give them all of the information so that they can make an informed decision. Otherwise, it's not right. So you have people that move with, they cash in everything in America, and then they come expecting to be able to stay. And then it's like, oh, well, you have to come up with this large amount of money, thousands, to be able to get a visa. And then once you do that, you have to keep renewing it every 2 years. I don't know about y'all, but I don't have money like that. And even if I did, I want to invest money in building. I want to build a community. I want to build a house. I want to go towards self-sufficiency. I didn't leave America to have to come to Africa to stay on the wheel. That's not what I'm here for at all. So to me, as beautiful as Dar is, and I have some great connections. Oh my goodness, Dar is a wonderful place. And the people are absolutely beautiful. But it's almost impossible for us to just settle without pouring more and more into the system. And so that's the thing about Dar. But it's absolutely beautiful. It's a beautiful place. I would suggest that everyone visit it. I mean, it's a wonderful place. But as far as settling, it's difficult. That's why for us, Zambia is great, because I mean, we're 46. My husband and myself were 46. However, he's a disabled veteran, so he can get retirement visa, and so we never have to worry about that stuff again. And it's $750 one time. One time. Like, why would I not? And that gives me access to local health care. It allows me to buy land in my name, not in my business name, but in my name. I could buy land in my name. I'm not giving bribes. I'm not doing any of that. It's just $750. It's very cut and clear. The only requirements are you have to make $1,300 a month. That's it. You have to have 1,300 coming in every month, and you qualify for a retirement visa. As it stands, there is no age requirement. So as it stands right now, you could be 18 and make that much money, and you can get it.
Wow.
So as far as long-term goal, this is a place for us because we can settle long-term. Because again,
but let me ask you.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you this question. So you're saying in essence, for let's say hypothetically speaking, that a person says, you know what, I like what Zambia offers, but I like to live in Tanzania. So would you not suggest that a person say, well, you know what, if all fails, I can fall back to Zambia and get my citizenship there and everything. Let me get that there, and at least I can purchase land. If anything, if it don't work out in Ghana or Angola, they can always fall back to Zambia instead of going back to the States. You know?
Yes, sir.
I'm like, all right, go ahead.
No, that's a wonderful idea, because then even in Tanzania, if you just decide, okay, I'm not going the route of trying to do whatever through my business, and you're just there coming in and out every 3 months, at least you have a place to come in and out to every 3 months, and it's right next door. On a plane,
Exactly.
it's 100 and I do cheap tickets. It's $120 on the plane, but you can catch the bus. We didn't do the bus, but you can catch the bus, and it's 30 hours from Dar. So yeah, if you want to live in like one of the other countries and you want to have this as a place to come back to, yes, absolutely, because then that eliminates you having to go back and forth to America. It eliminates that. One of the things that I always tell people is, when you come over here, don't come with the mindset of, I'm going to open this business, I'm going to open that business, when you don't even know what's here. Wait until you get here, wherever here is in Africa. Wait until you get here so that you can scope out the landscape, so you can see what's going on, so you can see what it is the country actually needs. Because what we fail to realize is the basic skills that we have in America mean so much over here. Means so much. And so we come over sometimes with our American mind frame thinking, okay, well, I can do this and this and this because I did it there. No, it's a different place. They have different needs. You could be thinking way up here when the thing that you have to do can be way down here. And a lot of people, they are doing this thing to where they're coming over and they're relying on getting paid off the brothers and sisters' necks, literally having their foot on the brothers and sisters' necks. I'm not saying that like our family shouldn't start businesses here with the diaspora. That's not what I'm saying, but getting to the point of scamming and all, we doing too much. No, we didn't leave there to bring the attitude over here. And then it's so much, again, the basic skills that we have and we offer, they need. Use those skills to open up a business. Think outside of the box. There are millions of things that we can do over here. Just think outside of the box. Just think outside the box.
Now,
it can be done. We've moved with no jobs. We've moved with only savings. We've moved with a work at home job. We've because like I shared last time, we've had to leave 3 times. We've had to go to the government, to the embassy. Go ahead.
Do you see that question, Sister Waters?
Okay, real estate acquisition. I do it in Egypt. We do it in Egypt. Where we're living now, we do not own property yet. We're waiting for my husband's retirement situation to go through. And then once that goes through, I'm gonna be like Speedy Gonzalez, signing papers for land. Our goal. Oh, hey, yep, we may be related. Waters is my maiden name. My husband's from South Carolina, so he has family in South Carolina, New York, and Florida, and Virginia. So yeah. Our goal is by February, we plan to acquire 80 acres. And from that 80 acres, we're going to subdivide it. And we're going to be selling the properties. We're going to subdivide it into pieces, and we're going to be selling property, even to the point to where we even have a spot designated for people that are coming over that do not have money to buy property, but you just have to get out of America. So we're going to have areas designated for people like that as well. But again, our goal is by February, because his stuff should be completed by then, we plan to go ahead and buy land. So, yeah, 80 acres, subdividing. So, if you guys think that you may be interested, keep my contact information, and we should have it by then. So,
let me ask you something, sister. What is the terrain there in Zambia? Is it mountainous, hilly, or what? Flat land?
Well, I've been here like almost 2 months, so I know they have hills. I haven't really seen a mountainous region yet, but I know they have hills. It's funny driving through different, just in Lusaka and the surrounding areas, driving around. It reminds me of different parts of America. I'm from Texas. I see Texas in places. I see South Carolina in places. It's just funny. I just see just different areas of America. So, yeah.
I got you. I understand. There was another question I wanted to ask you. And I was like, and again, bro, hey, Sister Kathy, you was asking her to repeat something. Can you type that in the chat and I can post it? Because let me see. I'm gonna wait for Sister Kathy to retype what she wanted to ask. She was asking you to repeat something. Okay. So I'm waiting on her to respond. But I mean, so Zambia, what other countries you've been in Africa? You've been to, you and your family?
And it's so funny because y'all, either we silly or we just have crazy faith. Seriously, we don't even visit countries. We just move. Like, let's move here. I mean, but of course, a little bit more research than that. But ultimately, it's like, let's just move. We're nomadic people, so we've lived in Israel. We've lived in Egypt. We've Egypt, Israel, South Africa, Ghana, Tanzania, and now Zambia.
Okay. Sister Patricia, she said, is land leased or is it owned?
It's the 99-year, like most places out here. It's the 99-year deal.
You talking in Zambia? It's a 99 year, so you just leasing the land.
Right. Yes, sir.
All right. All right.
For me, it's like, honestly, it's like the same thing. I'm not gonna live 99 years. Even if I had the ability to, I wouldn't want to. Not the way this world is going. So, but then whenever you getting into that, it's the 99 years, and then you just re-sign and keep it moving. It's the same.
Okay. All right. You froze, sister. All right. I mean,
can you hear me?
Good.
Did I freeze?
Oh, okay. All right.
Because the rain is starting. So.
All right. So you don't own the land. You just lease the land.
Yes, sir.
All right. Wait a minute. Now hold on. This is Rick. See that, sister?
Yes, sir. It's like the same thing, like in pretty much all of the African countries.
Yeah, because you know what? Nope. I'm thinking the same thing as Sister Patricia.
I'm not on.
I'm thinking you on? I hear you. You hear me? Tell you the truth. You hear me, Sister Waters? No, she don't hear me.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you hear me now? Okay, okay. Yeah,
Yes,
that,
sir.
I'm like with Sister Patricia. She think, I'm like with her. It seems
Okay.
like that's most of Africa. It seems like that's most of Africa
Yes.
where the land is not being bought; it's just being leased.
But Brother Rick is saying, like, if it's the state owned, then I guess that's more so the lease versus the tribal, which I guess with the tribal going through the chief, I guess that's the one that you actually own forever. I guess forever.
Okay.
See, but for me, like, I don't really care about the 99 lease because, again, like I said, I don't think that. But then my husband says I'm pessimistic in that sense of I know it matters about like the 99-year thing, but my whole thing is honestly, I don't want to be here 99 years. If the Messiah hadn't returned, I don't want to be here.
Yeah, but I see, sis, I ain't gonna lie to me myself. I thinking that that Exodus is like, it's like, whoo. I mean, there's too many things happening now. Things are lined up the way they're supposed to be lined up. That the way that Yahushua said things are to be lined up. And so, whoo, I mean, I don't know, but it remains to be seen. you know. Mm-mm. Let me see what else.
And I would, if I could, give a piece of advice to people that are still in America. If you have not obtained passports and you do plan on leaving at some time, please go and get them, because like people don't even realize that while we were sleeping or while we were fighting or while we were doing whatever preoccupied, they've even changed some of the passport rules as far as getting passports. There are different tiers. Okay, Brother Rick is answering some questions. There are different tiers when it comes to getting passports now. There was not the tier system before, but there's a tier system now. And so it could make our waits longer, making us jump through more hoops, but they have made it a little bit more difficult to obtain a passport. Also, you do not have to wait 3 months, 4 months, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months to get a passport. There's a way that you can go into the passport office and get it the same day, or get it in one day, or get it in a week. So you don't have to do that.
Mm-hmm. All right, Brother Ricky, hold on.
Brother Ricky is answering the questions regarding the land.
Okay. What does what?
I know one thing, like one thing that I have noticed is like the land situation over here versus the land situation in the west coast of Africa is a little bit more straightforward. It seems like it's less corruption. I haven't really even heard of people having situations to where it's 2 and 3 and 4 people own the land and people are contesting land ownership and stuff. I haven't really heard about that in any of the countries on this side. So not to say that it doesn't happen. I'm just saying I've not heard of it. And I know a lot of people that own land, and I know people that are still trying to buy land, and I just have not heard of the issues that they're having. But again, I'm not saying to not do your diligence and research. I'm just saying that it's not as common. If it does happen, it's not an issue like it is over there. I'm not trying to throw shade at our brothers and sisters over there, but I can tell you, even as far as the country that I'm in right now, Zambia, it's like these people are so honest. They're so honest. Like they're so honest. And if like anybody's from the South, and you're like around our age, 40s, 30s, older, you remember how it was when you walk down the street and everybody would speak to you. You know, you speak to everybody, you greet everybody, everybody greets you. This is how it is here. It doesn't. You could be ordering pizza, and the people are going to make sure that delivery driver is going to make sure he calls you and he greets you properly.
Mm.
So everybody is super friendly. Everybody is very inviting, very inviting. And as far as like where our fathers and brothers and sisters ran, I understand we ran all over the place, but I do know as far as the East Coast is concerned, it's a lot of us here. It's a lot of us here. And going from thinking about from Egypt, going all the way down to Tanzania, you can see a mix. But here, it's like the floodgates open, and this is just where we came because it's so many of us here. So many of us here.
Okay.
So yeah. And it's beautiful.
Yeah, Rick, and Rick can go be like throwing thumbs up, and Rick, I'm telling you, Rick is a salesperson for Zambia. I mean,
yes,
he will make come on. Yes, he's hitting it there.
It's a hidden gem. It's a hidden gem. It's beautiful.
There go another question, sis.
I'm not sure because I haven't owned land. I don't want to speak what I don't know personally, but I can tell you I do know other Americans here that do own land. And so if it's something that you really want to know, I can get you in contact with the people who do own land, and they can answer those questions specifically from personal experiences.
Okay. And and that's I mean, me myself. I mean, even if you just leasing the land, truthfully, just to go out here and lease land and that land sit there, I mean, you wasting money. That land need to be doing something for you. Right,
Food.
Exactly. So I mean, if you just leasing it for nothing, you're not worrying about, oh, I own the land. You leasing the land up to 99 years. Just do what you're supposed to do on that land. Now, if you go put a house there, I know that then, in 100 years, I mean, you got to make a decision as what you're going to do with that and things of that nature. But hey, and that's how I just start looking at things. Do you also answer? All right, hold on. Let me give you this. Hold on. There you go, sis.
I'm not sure. Brother Ricky, you got to answer that one. I'm sure maybe someone would ask those questions. I do know that some of the land here is zoned. From my personal experiences, I know that some land is zoned, but I mean, because if you're like in the middle of somewhere, they don't want you to put a noisy car factory or something like that. So I'm sure that they would like to know, even for the sake of the locals and the people around, like what you're going to do with the land. I don't think and when we think of people asking questions, sometimes we think that people ask questions like how they do in America with the intent of trying to block something or something like that. Not so here. I think they just want to know because they have to make sure that whatever you're trying to do is conducive. Okay, he says he already owns. Wow. Okay, I'm sure they need to make sure that it's conducive for the people that are around, because then even here, even though you are a foreigner coming in to own land, they still make sure that everything is cohesive. They make sure that you fit into, the villages around you, the people around you, different things like that, which, it makes sense. So, yeah.
I mean, that's the beauty of it. I mean, that's the whole purpose of brothers and sisters coming together, and they have hold on. Okay. You know, this is the information that we need. And now, brothers and sisters, and the thing about it, I like what you said, sis. If you don't know about it, you don't give an answer to it. You don't do no. I think no. If you don't know, you let it be known. Hey, that's Brother Ricky, and he came back and he said, yes, they do. Or and so that's the beauty of it. This is what we need to get more into, uh, socializing with our brothers and sisters and talking with different brothers and sisters.
See,
Hold on. Let me
one
see.
of the
Go ahead,
things
sir.
that no, I'm just gonna say one of the things that we have to make sure that we go back to, which is my husband saying is, a lot of times we want to be super deep in the scriptures. We want to know, of course, as we're returning to ourselves, but basic things we don't have. Basic things, we don't know how to treat each other. We don't know how to talk to each other. We don't know how to conduct ourselves. We don't know how to respect each other. We don't know how to respect ourselves. So just basic things. And if you don't know, say you don't know. Let your yay be yay. Let your nay be nay. Remembering that a good name is better than silver and gold. So even just basic principles we have to get back to that we have lost. We've lost it. So, like, a lot of times we're focusing on the higher heights and deeper depths, but yeah, it's a WhatsApp number, but let's focus on the simple things. Learning how to follow Torah and treating each other. So, sorry, that's my soapbox, but and I try to make sure that whenever I'm speaking, that because I'm not just speaking on my behalf. I have a head over me. So I'm speaking under the authority of my husband. So I have to make sure that when I'm speaking in a way to where I don't bring shame to his name and to his household. And it's just simple things. And it's a lot that even us as women, we're going to have to relearn, tear ourselves away from. We're praying for the fall of Babylon and all of this, but are we really ready for that? Are we really ready for the Most High's wrath? Because remember, it starts with us first. It starts in our house first. And so while we're praying damnation on the nations, what about us? Do we have it together?
Yeah.
What about us? What about us? Like me as a wife, if I can't bring myself under subjection to my husband, how am I going to try to bring myself under subjection under the Father when the leader he's given me, I can't humble myself to hear anything or be taught anything? Like, no. It's just we have a long way to go.
Now, with this question here, should Sister Patricia get in contact with you if she's talking about buying land in Zambia?
Yes, sir. Because Brother Rick, I hope I don't speak out of turn here, but because not me, my husband and Brother Ricky, before they were talking about putting something together to where it's like this land that I'm talking about us owning. It's not just going to be us. It's going to be us and Brother Ricky. So I don't know if I can. How about this? I just say you can go ahead and contact me.
Would that help you out right there? That's Brother Ricky.
Okay. Okay, he's talking about the land usage. You can.
You know what, Brother Ricky?
Go ahead and email me.
No, you know what? Yeah. I'm gonna do something else too, Brother Ricky. I'm gonna send you the link. If you want to come on in. I'm gonna send you the link also. Go ahead, sis. You can keep talking.
Oh no, I was just saying she could email me and then I could follow the channels that they're going to be creating to make sure that what she's trying to do is accomplished. Because I don't know how they're going to set it up with my husband and Brother Ricky, but they're going to set it up. So.
Okay, hold on just for a moment. I mean, if Brother Ricky come on, he come on. If not, it's not. I'm gonna just.
And again, one thing I want to emphasize: people do not sit in America and struggle. and I know that may sound crazy because whenever we think about moving to Africa, it's like, oh, we need so much money. Oh, I'm not ready. Oh, I don't have this saved up. How am I going to make it over there? I just say this. If you're struggling over there, leave. There is a way that you can start to build yourself up here. You can build yourself up here. It is possible with nothing. And just being honest with you, sometimes in some of these countries, you guys, we've landed, mind you, again, 9 living children. We've landed with $200 in our pocket one time. With 9 children.
Wow.
When we leave, we don't leave with a bunch of money. It is, honestly, at this point, it's easier for me to leave from America, move someplace over here than it is for me to move from an apartment in America to another apartment.
I got you, sis. I tell you, whew, good night.
So it doesn't, you don't have to have everything. If you have $200, I'm just giving you an example. You have $200 to your name. If you got enough to pay for a plane ticket and then you like, what now? It can happen. It can happen. And again, there are avenues that you can take. You can get jobs here. Do not sleep on your skills. America makes us feel like we're nothing. They make us feel like the things that the skills that we've acquired are nothing. That's not true. That's not true. One of the things that I do also is business consulting. Look, if you have a skill, you can make a business out of it. And again, you can land in a softer country that's more easier for us to build up in, like Egypt, where you can get a job making $2,000 or $3,000 a month. The thing about Egypt that people don't know is that if we help you get one of those jobs, you don't even pay your rent. They pay your rent. They give you transportation to and from work. The only thing you have to pay for is a light bill and food. And food is not expensive in Egypt. One of the things that I love about Egypt, which is why I do medical tourism there, is even as far as healing you, they still have a lot of natural products that can help you to build. Like that can help you heal your body. One of the things I do, a testimony of mine, my husband was diagnosed with cancer in 2013, and they told him he had 6 months to live. Guess what? Yeah. And because he's a veteran, this is what happened. They started sending him letters because they're like, okay, well, you need to come and go ahead and get the surgery and get the radiation and chemo. And I was like, no, you're not. And so, okay.
Did you get it?
No.
No, not that. No. Do you remember when I was talking, we was talking, and when it came out, and I was talking about it, I said, no, this right here, I mean, I ran into other brothers like this, and I'm like, no. Because I ain't gonna lie to you now. I talk against the surgery, period. I do. I do not support the surgery. They love to cut on you.
Exactly, especially VA doctors, they're like experimenting. And so like his family was angry with me because I straight told my husband, no, you're not doing that. And I, mind you, I'm not saying that out of order, but I'm saying that with because I don't want people to get it mixed up of like, I'm telling my husband what to do. No. This is out of care and concern. And me explaining to him, dear, I have faith and allow the Most High to try to work through me to try to heal you. And literally that's what happened. They started sending my husband letters, certified letters saying that he needed to go get checked mentally because they were like, why would you sit and die? So literally that's what they started doing. And so we ended up going back to the doctor 6 months later, and then they couldn't find the cancer anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't find it. Couldn't find it.
Wow.
Herbs, food, we changed everything. And when this happened, it was one of the times where we actually had to go back to America. So we were there, and we went to a doctor in Atlanta, and they could not find the cancer. Couldn't find it. And it was nothing but herbs. And it's crazy because anytime we do, because we've been back 2 times since then, anytime we do go back to America and he has to go to a VA appointment, they always look for the cancer. And this last time, I think it was 2019, the doctor just was like, you know what? How about this? The doctor took my husband's results from that day, and he actually showed my husband the results from when he had cancer. And he was like, I don't know what this was, but it's still just not there anymore. And that's, hey, look. So I know, if I know one thing about Africa, I know that you can get healed. We can get healed from the processed foods. We can get healed from the different ailments that we had. Like, it's here, and you do not have to be rich like you have to be in America to afford like different things. They have so many herbs and stuff sitting on the ground, sitting on the trees. And the thing is, a lot of them have lost even the ability to heal themselves because they're too busy chasing after our medicine. They think our stuff is better than their stuff. And so they've lost the ability to even heal themselves.
But the Most High said, hey, the leaves are for the curing of the nation. So I mean, the curing is here. It's here. And whether and these doctors, they think they gods. They want to be treated and looked up to as a god. And no, and see that that's the thing I don't too much like, because I've seen people just waste away. Because they think, oh no, I don't want that herb because it would interfere with my medicine. Oh, girl, please, we can go.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at Brother Ricky's comment. No, but you are totally correct. And the thing about me is, I have a made up mind. My mind is made up. I get sick. Guess what? If herbs can't kill me, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I love the kids. I love my husband, but I'm not. I just have this thing to where I believe that everything that our body needs should come from the earth. Our bodies come from the earth. Everything that our body needs should come from the earth.
Yeah. I believe the same thing.
Yeah. It should come from the earth. So I'm a strong believer in herbal medicines. I mean, I know modern medicine has its place, but for the most part, a lot of the things that we're taking regular medicine for and stuff, doing simple things, changing your food. But it's like in America, it's getting to the point where even if you change your food, even the healthy food is bad.
Yeah, it's cloned. Hey, sister, what? The healthy food been cloned so many times. It lost all types of strength.
Exactly.
But that's what they want to do. They want to control. When they figured out, hey, we can clone a tomato, and we can clone it so good that the seeds will not, the seeds won't grow. The seeds will not be in them. We can clone it that good, so we can control. Yeah, so we can control the food source, and so that's what this world is doing. We're not built that way. When I was talking to this doctor, and it was some other brothers and sisters, and they were saying, why they have the medicine in the United States that can help out what's going here? I just flat out told them they need to decrease the population of Africa. They want to decrease it. And that's what, anytime there's a brother or sister that come up with something that will benefit us, they come up missing. Yeah. So now, this is the reason why the Most High said, I'm going to gather my people and put them back in their own place. Now, you might just hold on to that for a moment. Now, we all back on this continent. It's like near about overnight, we're gonna be healed. Everybody, because we go know who we working for, who we working with. We don't have a system to think they're gonna keep their foot on our necks and to dictate what medicine we're going to be taking. Those days are long and gone, truthfully. Go ahead, sis.
No, like a lot of people don't know this about me, but if you're close to me, then you know that we actually went back to America the last time in 2021. But 2021, yes, and we left at the beginning of 2023. I think we were there like a year and a half. When I got back to America this time, I got extremely sick. Like the doctors, they started telling me that America was killing me. The air in America was killing me. We're like, what? Mm-hmm. And they're like, yeah, the air in America is killing you, because it got to the point to where it started to affect me mentally. I wasn't myself. Like, yeah, I literally, it's like I started to become in a vegetative state. If that even, literally, my husband can tell you. And then they kept doing the MRIs. They couldn't find anything. They started to, the last MRI I did, they said I just had a whole bunch of swelling in my brain. Literally, it was swelling in my brain. And they were just trying to figure out what was causing it, and they could never find out. And so the allergy doctors, the ENT doctors, they just was like, America's killing you. The air is killing you. And when we came back this time, I went on a juice fast in Egypt. And literally, think about 2 months, I started really coming back to myself. And it literally, like she said, chemtrails, the air, the food, it's like once my body escaped America, to go back in that cesspool was literally killing me. And like, I understand a spiritual meaning of that as well, because let's be honest, we all know that our husbands try to, well, at least I can speak for my husband. He tries to, women, we know we have the ears of our husbands. And so if I'm whining and like, well, you know, can we go back to America because it is and because of that, even though my husband does not desire to be there, but because I'm his wife and he loves me, and sometimes he wants to give me things that he know that he shouldn't give me, and, you know, just for the sake of, we know what it is, let's just be honest, you know, just the love that they have for us, sometimes they will go against their own will. And so I think that me getting sick like that was a result of me. Sometimes I don't know what it is. Maybe it's desiring family or desiring anything. But for me, the spiritual aspect of that was, don't you go back over there. Don't you go back over there. So I told my family, if somebody died, I'm not coming. I love y'all, but I'm not coming. Because ultimately, I mean, the person that died, they don't know if I'm there or not anyway. So I'm there for y'all. And if y'all living, y'all can come on over here. But no, I feel like, yeah, the spiritual aspect of it was so that I can have a made up mind and a made up heart, and to not even pull my husband in a direction or anything like that that's against the Most High. And I have to learn even more so how to trust his decisions, you know, and not have a different mind and a different heart to create a divided house. And so I feel like me being sick was a result of that. The Most High was also teaching me a lesson. I'm not just going to put it on, oh, well, you know, because America making me sick. No, it wasn't just that, because it's a lot of us. In my whole family, I'm the only person that got sick like that. I'm the only person. So it's like sometimes we got to step back and don't have the woe is me, but see what it is that the Father is trying to say to us, even in all situations. You know, what is he trying to say? And so that's what I got from that. Like, I had to, nope, sit down, Amana, just sat down, and nope, let that man lead. Let him lead. So I'm sorry.
I didn't want to leave, but circumstances and things how things turned out. But I'm working to. I'm already working with my sister to do a return.
Yes, sir.
About my business, because I'm pretty much like you. There is a difference that I do notice, even that's when I was coming like last year, and there's something about the spirit of the air there. And no, I just rather not. That's just me. So this is the reason why I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go back, do what I need to do, be quick about my business. Boom. And like what you said, come back. Self-sufficiency is like top dog. It's number one on the list. Self-sufficiency, and we keep it moving. Now, I mean, and me myself, I will view Zambia as a fallback country because it's a tad bit complicated here.
Yes,
so
sir.
in order for me to, what I'm saying, to say, hey, instead of me taking a 20 or 30 hour trip back to the States, man, get a plane ticket, go to Zambia, boom, let me just fall back here for a moment, and then things of that nature. But I mean, it is what it is. But sister, I'd like to thank you for the great information that you brought to these brothers and sisters today. I'm serious.
Yes, sir. I'm
Wee.
sorry, I'm all over the place.
Yeah, but when will you be finished with your songs? When will we be able to hear your songs?
Y'all, it's so bad. It's so bad. Like, we bring conviction on these people so bad that the producer at the studio, he's not even celebrating Christmas tomorrow. He going to the studio. He's gonna meet us at the studio at 8:00. So all praise to the Most High. But prayerfully, because like everything is my husband, he over here now.
It's also his wife's birthday.
Oh, he said also it's his wife's birthday, and he's not even like, yeah, he gonna be at the studio with us.
He said he will spoil her tonight and spoil her tomorrow night, but not during the day.
I don't know if you can hear him. He said that the producer said that he's gonna spoil his wife tonight and tomorrow night, but tomorrow I guess belongs to us. So I think within a few days it should be out. Like, I'm praying that it should be out. And the thing about, like, we produced 2 songs already. We produced 2 songs already, and that's what we're finishing. And it's to the point to where they're like, okay, look, you need to make a 15-minute music video. Combine the songs. And we're like, what? They're like, yeah, because they just love both of the songs so much that they want us to combine the songs. So sorry, my Texas comes out. The first song, my husband did not want to shorten it. It's actually 6 minutes. And then so they want us to do 6 minutes, and then they want me to talk for a little bit, do like a 2 or 3 minute interlude, whatever, and then start into the next video for the next song. They don't even want me to release the music without the videos. And so they've already set up. I have interviews.
Radio interviews.
Yeah, I have radio interviews. I have TV interviews, everything already set up, and the song hadn't even been released. But it's just the people that have heard the songs. And I honestly believe that this is just the Most High just getting his word out. Because again, these songs are Jeremiah 31, and it's talking about the covenant, and it's talking about his name. Like, the first song is Yahusha is his name. I'm sorry. The first song is Yahuwah is his name. And the second song is called A New Covenant. Okay. So, and again, because of my age and we grew up in church, what we're looking for, what we felt is that we needed the old gospel, if I can say without offending, the old gospel sound, the old choir sound, the old, just that old sound. Nothing against the whole Lakewood vibe, but that's not us. That's not our music. And so the Father knows, you know, what it is we've desired. We desire like that worship music. And so that's what we've been able to do, create that worship music.
Be the change.
Yes, be the change, my husband over here. Be the change that you want to see. I mean, we have a lot of Hebrew rap and it's wonderful, but I need worship. The you know, bringing that oneness back.
Some senior saints have asked us to do this because they can't really get with rap or hip hop per se. You know, it's a little past their time.
Come over closer. You don't have to get on camera. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just got out of the shower, so I'm beautiful and glistening and wet and sexy and stuff like that.
Oh wow. Okay. So I can hear you.
Hey, Elder Mike, how you doing, sir?
Hey, how you doing, bro?
All right. Some of the older saints have told us that they wanted some sounds that sound, I guess, more traditional per se, as opposed to the newer style, the newer sound. Like, and nothing against the new sounds, but it's just that they want something that they can actually listen to as well and actually relate to. And we felt the same way, and that's what this project is about, and it's really fun. I mean, we're trying to touch a little bit of everything, from quartet to choir to the John P. Key sound, those things. I mean, because it doesn't just belong to them. It's our music. It's all of our music all together per se. And we didn't really rehearse what we were supposed to say as far as the music is concerned. So sorry if I'm all over the place. But yes, we just saw a need, felt the need, and we want to actually try to fill that need. And we hope this actually inspires other people to do so.
And then the cringing. Every time, you know, like if we want to hear something like old traditional gospel music, you know, you somewhat cringe every time they say those names.
It's like watching an R-rated movie. You know, every time they say a cuss word, you cringe a little bit. You know, like it kind of vexes your ruach a little bit. You know, so we appreciate the old songs, and it had its place, but we just think that as you mature and get closer to the Father, these things, you almost shake them off, so to speak. And the music, there's nothing wrong with the music, but the words per se. So that's where we are.
Right. And to have our stuff that we don't have to cringe when we say the name.
To sing it out loud, we can turn it up. The children can hear it. They don't have to use their imagination. Mommy, they just said JC. Yeah, but we would say Yahusha. They just said God. Well, yes, we would say yeah. No, that's actually in the song now. So people remember songs more than they remember verses. People remember movies and things of that nature that has something to do with music. But I'm too long-winded. I apologize. Back to y'all.
No problem.
Thank you for allowing us to come on and speak.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All righty. Now we got to do this again. But how long you think it's going to be before you all totally finish?
Oh, that's a great question. She just stepped out. I think it's probably we're trying to finish half of it by Pesach of this year coming up. And on the current trajectory that we have, it may be just half of it. If the Most High allows and we get a baraka or something to where we can go into overdrive without sacrificing the sound, then we probably might be able to do it a whole lot sooner, possibly, maybe. But again, we don't have, yes, that's a Browns fan. Yes, sir. But we don't really have, I guess, the same support as you would have in the States as far as people that are in choir or people that are used to the name. We don't really have that here per se. Mm-hmm. We do have gifted singers, and the Father has allowed us to find some. But for the most part, the enunciation of certain words and certain syllables, they have a really, really strong accent. So it's trying to coach them up on that. But back to your original question, I think it should be finished, Most High willing, maybe by mid next year. We would like to do, like I said, we'd like to try to have it finished by Pesach, if possible.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, we look forward to seeing what comes about. But excuse me.
Yes, sir.
But you all doing a video along with the song, right?
Yes, sir. That's the next step. We have to do a video to release here because with social media now, it makes it almost like a must-have. You have to have something to go along with the audio. People want to see the talent, as we would call it, the people who are singing the song. They like to see them singing the song. That's why podcasts are so big now. Used to have radio talk shows, and now people want to see the people talking on the radio as opposed to just hearing them nowadays. So yes, people are more audio and visually inclined now than they were once upon a time.
Yeah, you're right. They want to see the person behind the voice.
Yes, sir. Yeah, yes, sir.
Everybody want to be in the know. That's what it's going to boil down to being, But brother, I like to thank you and your wife for coming on today. As I tell you, this has been very informative. At least brothers and sisters know now who you are. They knew you are. Now we got, we going a little bit wider, and now when brothers and sisters want to reach out, hey, let's get in contact with the Waters and things of that nature. And then we just started working things out because, like Ricky, he shared his points on land and everything, and then both of them came together. They said, yeah, you can do it this way, you can do it that way, and this is how we should be working.
Yes, sir.
But like I said, I'd like to thank you all for coming in today. And you brothers and sisters, can y'all hit that like button and share this and subscribe? And for those that wants to donate, my Cash App is on. My bad. My Cash App is right there. I found it there. Well, let me do it this way. Shucks. Because we're not trying to play on this, because truthfully, we are trying to, I'm trying to get back, do what I need to do, and hop right back over to Africa, because there's a spirit. There is a spirit that I do not like. And it started to come on me when I started to get more and more into Africa. And now, it's like I need to not necessarily say hurry up and do what I need to do. I want to move wisely, truly, and at the same time, like I was talking to your wife, brother, come back and be self-sufficient. That's it. That's all. Sir. I think that should go across the board with all of us. Is to be self-sufficient, and there's a lot of things like your wife was saying. The life here is somewhat different from the United States off the top.
A lot different.
Yeah, a lot different. Even let's just say the foods. You mess around, get here, and you start eating food. And you notice your blood pressure started to go down. Why do you have to leave a country to come here and your blood pressure started to go down? That right there should tell you something. Yeah. It should tell you something. But hey, that's that world that's under judgment. And that's the thing we know right now. Just like with your wife, she's not trying to even go back there to just say hi, because you know a dead stick when you see a dead stick, and it is absolutely dying. And I was talking to your wife, bro, and I tell her, I said, sis, truthfully, I ain't gonna lie, I'm scared to go back. Yeah. I told her, I said, I am absolutely scared to go back because there's too much going on, too many red flags for me. But I know what I need to go ahead and do, be about my business, do it, and turn around and come and be about my business back in Africa. And that's the thing. But we look forward to for your songs to come out. Now, do you have any other songs that you already that's like old songs or something?
No. Right. That'll be a whole nother live and conversation with all of that, because I've always been around musicians, like my adopted family that raised me. That's a whole story. Literally, but the family that raised me, they were a church family, And that's what they did. They sung and they were into music. And so I had always just kind of been upset, if I can say, because when my mom came to get me, because I didn't live with my mom, I lived with them. When she came to get me, it was right at the age where I was really starting to develop musically. And so I always felt like I missed out on that gift. So I've always sung in choirs and different things like that. But since we've been in the truth, and since 2008, there hadn't been an arena for that. And so when we joined, or we started fellowshipping with Rebirth of a Nation in Houston, we started singing, we started developing it. And it's like, as soon as I started doing it for the Most High, he put a gift in me that he had never put in me before. Literally, one that I desired, but I never obtained, because I would have been doing it in the Christian world. And so it's like he was preserving that gift just for his esteem. And so, yeah, someone else asked me that. They were like, you've never written, you don't have, but it's just, you're flowing so just naturally. Like, the Most High allowed me to arrange I wrote the song, I arranged the vocals, I did the arrangement on the song, and me and my husband arranged the music on the song. And this is our first song, and we did it in 2 weeks.
She used to write poetry, so that helped.
So, yeah.
Oh, you wrote poetry?
Yes, sir.
Did you also do the poetry reading? Like you go to the club and if you're doing a poetry reading and things?
No, sir. One of the things he gets upset with me about is that, I don't know, I just feel differently about like what I do with my husband and what I do with my children. And so being a mom and a wife for 25 years, it's like, you're so silly. It's like everything for me, I kind of put on the back burner because I didn't feel like it was important. I just felt like what the main important thing was for me to be the best wife.
To Big Daddy.
Yeah. And I know I haven't always been the best wife, and to be the best mom. And I feel like everything else, it'll come. And so like things that I used to do, like write poetry and all that stuff, I kind of put everything on the back burner because I just wanted to, I just feel like we can accomplish so much in life, right? Anybody can write poems. Well, if you have the gift, and he gives the gifts without repenting. Anybody can write. And like, I was in school to be a doctor, and I wouldn't change my major because the dean, we were married. The dean looked at him. We had 4 children at the time. The dean looked at him, looked at our children, looked at him, looked at our children, and she was like, don't you ever stop going to school for anybody. And so me and him understood at that time what she meant. She was talking about him, and she was talking about my children. And so the same day, I wouldn't change my major, because that I feel that strongly about the gifts, which are my husband and my children. Like, anybody could be a doctor. Anybody can go and pursue these careers and have all of that. But you have rich people that can't have children. You have rich people that can't find husbands, or they can find husbands, but they ain't gonna find one like mine.
Like Big Daddy.
So, we have to be careful with what it is that the Father gives us and how we handle it. And so I take my job as being a wife and being a mother very seriously above all things. And so since my children are older now, our youngest being 12, I guess the Father feels that now I'm able to juggle effectively things outside of my marriage and my children. So I know you ain't asked all that, but
no. It's a good conversation, because you gotta, a lot of the brothers and sisters are giving their feedback. They love what they hear. And this is all it boils down to being. See, this is what you call encouragement. This is what we're supposed to do. We're seeing what's out there in this dark world. So we're supposed to be encouraged. If it's you're talking music, you're writing a song, you're talking about your relationship with your husband, you're talking about how you stay within the scripture and how you stay submissive. So that's that encouragement that goes out. And when it's all over said and done, it's the Most High who gets the glory.
Yes,
Hallelujah.
That's
Yeah,
it.
and I don't want people to don't get it twisted. I ain't always been submissive because I was the type. No, for real. Like, because I grew up rough. My mom was on drugs. I grew up like I had to take care of myself, and I'm the oldest child. So I
Mm,
grew up. I'm the independent woman. I will fight you. I don't care how big you are. You ain't gonna tell me what to do. Like, what? Who are you
mm.
talking to? Like, that was me. But to learn to be submissive, it's a beautiful thing. To learn to
Mm,
operate, because a lot of the load that we carry as women, we don't have to carry that. If we get a man that's, the most high fearing, and a man that literally honors the most high with everything that he does, he honors. So, so how could I not be submissive to such a man? He's a gift. He's a gift in himself,
mm-hmm. You know
I
what?
can't.
You know.
So it's a beautiful thing when we go according to how the Most High set up marriage, and it's a beautiful thing when it's done correctly.
Mm. And I think that's gonna be like one of those conversations we got to revisit. Like say for instance, you all say you woke up around about 2008.
Yes, sir.
So that's gonna be a whole nother conversation because I'm gonna like, who's the first? Who's the
Together.
first? Are y'all together?
Quickly telling the story.
Baby, I can't tell the story. It's been another long story.
Yeah, all right, I'll try to break it as brief as possible. I was always in church. My mother is a ordained evangelist. She's a professor of theology as well. But we always went to church. We always went to church together, and we just all of a sudden just said, "Why don't we just have scripture study ourselves and read for ourselves?" And we started doing that. We would have a little arrangement. We'd meet early in the a.m. in the office. We'd go over the scriptures, and then after the scriptures, we partake in other activities that were awesome in the Father. And it was my incentive to, I guess, keep showing up. But it helped open our eyes to a whole lot of things that weren't being said in church. And we're wondering why. Because the people who we would sit under, we loved those ministers. Some of them are actually family members. And we just wondered why would certain things being omitted from the teachings that they would do. So that one thing led to another, and one thing led to another. And she started writing a chronicle for, I think it's called Rejected Identity.
Yeah, I started a Christian magazine.
Yeah, so as soon as we did that, it seemed like the floodgates opened for like us to get backstage passes to all these different churches, all these different events. Hillsong was big at the time, and they got backstage passes for that, and just so many different things. And then the bricks just got smashed because it's like, no, that's not what you're supposed to be doing.
And it's funny because we actually ran across the story about Nineveh, and I'm like, the way these people acting, boy, they act like us. And then after that, like a few days after, we ended up finding out that we're supposed to keep the Sabbath. And the week after we kept our first Sabbath is when we found out that we were the people. But mind you, what's crazy is the year before we stopped celebrating Christmas just on our own. We were like, we're not doing this no more. Because if JC is the reason for the season, even though we were still in that, if JC is the reason for the season, why are we killing ourselves with all these kids trying to buy all this stuff and do all this and just be So we stopped celebrating Christmas or Xmas. And then we were doing the scripture study and then kept Sabbath. And then the next week we found out we were people. And during that time, it wasn't like big. Like the only group that existed really was Israelite Heritage.
And we got some people and we started fellowshipping at home.
Yeah, we started actually having Shabbat services at our house. And we were very few and far between at the time. If you found out you were Hebrew, it's like you were trying to search, boy.
Folks would come from miles around.
Yes.
We wouldn't even meet them until that day. Our house was so packed.
Our house would be packed.
And we kind of got convicted on that too, because it started becoming like a job. We would actually have to, clean the house and have everything immaculate and get meals and things prepared and make sure the children are all squared away. And it's almost like a church production to have people come at the house just for us to have our Sabbath rest. So it seemed kind of weird at the time, but we worked through it, and the Father helped us to see more things. And since that time, some of those people are no longer with us on this earth. Some people are no longer in this walk. So this is that narrow path. It definitely is, and it can feel lonely at some times. So with social media, it helps to make you feel and let you see that there are other people out there. And then that's where we think this music will actually help as well. you know, not to just have a good tune, but also to uplift. You know, I mean, some of the rap songs are awesome. Some of the other songs that are out now, the contemporary songs, they're awesome. But sometimes you got to take it back to the old landmark, so to speak, and actually go ahead and branch off from there.
Yeah, sorry for being long-winded, but
That's
yeah, that was
no, that's good. But
that was a brief
like I said,
explanation.
you know what? I mean, I hope that sometime this week to, you know, just open up this chat and bring brothers and sisters on it and then explain, hey, when were they awakening? What took place with their awakening that brought them up to this point of the here and now? Because that's what we're going to need as we going forward. This is how you woke up, and this is how we got to stay woke. And that's the beauty of it, bro. That's the beauty of it.
Yep.
That is absolutely the beauty of it.
And you know what? The thing is, it will test if you are in this truth, because you just wanna show your pastor something that he didn't see, or you want to show your grandma she was wrong. Yeah. We have a lot of people back during that time that were in it for the wrong reasons. And so those people have fell away. They have fell off, and they're on to the next thing. But if your heart, like if you truly love the Most High, you're gonna be tested. But we're gonna make it through. Yeah. But it's a lot of people that came into this truth, it just because they understood a scripture that they grandma didn't understand, and so they just wanted to be able to say, "See, grandma, you don't know what you're talking about." So the wrong spirit.
Yeah, that's the thing, and but this is the time that we're here to encourage, learn, and not to have a closed set mind. Because truthfully, I mean, you're coming out of Bible, you're coming out of their religious things, and so now you're proceeding very cautiously, because you do know. I mean, we all know there's going to be a misunderstanding on the scripture, and there's going to be a false teaching of the scriptures. So it all depends on how people address it and move with it. And that's what it boils down to being, you know. Yes, but I tell you, I enjoyed it today. And I hope that we can come up with find out, talk with these brothers, have an open discussion, and, let brothers and sisters talk and say, hey, this is what got me, this is how I woke up. And that's the thing we need to start looking at and start encouraging the brothers and sisters about that. But brothers and sisters, I'd like to thank you all for being in today. Thank you, the Waters. Now your information. Hold on. Yeah, they did get it. They got your information. And so, if you need anything with the tickets, any information about Egypt, reach out to the Waters. And they'll put you right on the path where you need to be going to. And other than that, brothers and sisters, you all be safe out there. Keep your head on a swivel. You know, we're living in the last days. We're here to encourage one another and to press on and to give glory to the Most High. And with that, you brothers will be safe. And you all have anything you want to say, the Waters, before we end it?
No, sir.
You said enough.
You said enough? All righty. And you brothers and sisters in the chat and on the live, we thank you for being here today, and we'll look forward for you tomorrow. And until then, shalom.
Shalom. Okay.